investigating him. That is bias.
President Trump is in Britain today on the second stop of his European tour. Thousands are expected to protest Trump's two-day visit. The Trump administration says it has completed reunifying eligible migrant children under the age of 5 with their parents. They say 57 children have been reunified as of today, while another 46 were found to be ineligible. Prosecutors in Ohio are dropping charges against adult film star Stormy Daniels. Daniels' attorney Michael Avenatti says misdemeanor charges of illegally touching a patron at a Columbus strip club were dismissed today. Tom Roberts, NBC News Radio.
If you or a loved one was seriously injured in an accident with a semi-truck or an 18-wheeler truck, you need to act fast. I'm attorney Daniel Rudbari. I know how to fight truck companies. Call me 800-325-1454 for your free consultation. 800-325-1454. Truck accident cases are different than an auto versus auto accident. There are so many more issues involved when dealing with a truck accident case. There are federal regulations and state regulations, several different companies that may be involved. I can immediately gather the evidence, get you the medical care you need with no deductible and no copay to you, and get you the compensation and the money you deserve for your injuries. And if there's no recovery, there's no fees charged to you. I'm attorney Daniel Rudbari. I know how to fight truck companies. Call me 800-325-1454 for your free consultation. 800-325-1454.
The Tri-City Shopping Center in Redlands is home to some of the best bargain shopping in the region. Cityware, Style for Less, and Dollar Tree, to name just a few. Friendly shop owners and staff are waiting for you to stop in for the many specials and bargains they're excited to share. The Tri-City Shopping Center is located just off I-10 between Alabama and the Tennessee exits in Redlands. Make it your home for all your shopping needs, and you'll know why the Tri-City Center is called the Mall with a Heart.
Are you tired of CNN constantly negative news headlines? Then come balance with Dr. Marissa, the kinder, gentler Dr. Laura. Tune in every Thursday at 7 for the podcast of the year top 10 award-winning show, Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa on KCAA AM 1050, FM 102.3, and FM 106.5, streaming online at kcaaradio.com. Dr. Marissa, also known as the Asian Oprah, right here on KCAA, the stations that leave no listener behind.
Summer's here, but the folks at Children's Fund are already preparing for the next school year by collecting backpacks and school supplies for thousands of children in need in San Bernardino County. Imagine starting school without the basic tools you need to succeed. Now through July 13th, Children's Fund is accepting donations, and it's super easy. You can even buy online. For more information, please call 909-379-0000 or go to childrensfund.org/backpacks. That's childrensfund.org/backpacks.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the greatest real estate investment show ever. Here's the flip-flop investor himself, Todd Bayer.
Well, hey everyone, how we doing out there today? This is the Flip-Flop Investor Show, and I am your host, Todd Bayer, the Flip-Flopper investor himself. You know, they gave me that name because I wear flip-flops and I invest in real estate. I do some flips from time to time, so therefore, Flip-Flop Investor makes total sense. We should copyright that at some point. I don't know. We'll figure it out. One of these days, we're going to do this like a real professional. We're going to get on a real NBC talk show station and, do it right, like some real professionals. It'll be great.
Nice.
We won't just treat this like some kind of a podcast or...
Well, that would be cool, too.
Yeah,
Bigger Pockets has a huge one.
Bigger Pockets. Interesting you mentioned Bigger Pockets. They're a big deal. For those people out there that are interested in investing in real estate, biggerpockets.com is the online real estate investment forum that is probably the biggest and baddest and best one out there, and for good reason. They got a lot of good people on there doing a lot of good stuff. And I'm getting a lot of echo on my end. I don't know if you guys are hearing that on your end, but
yeah, these mics are really hot.
You got a hot mic.
Hot mic. Ooh, there it is.
Yeah, toned it down a little bit. I don't know how it sounds to you all out there, but it sounds good now to me. I don't know. We're good. We got the thumbs up from the engineers in the studio, which I noticed today in memory of the Flip-Flop Investor Show, or not in memory, I guess that would mean we're going away, but
right.
in the spirit of the Flip-Flop Investor Show, I noticed some flip-flops in the sound booth today. So we want to appreciate all the flip-flop wearers in the sound booth and whatnot. So yeah, they're like, don't talk to us. We're doing our job right now. Anyway, this is a very abnormal show because, we're starting off in a little strange way. Usually I talk about what we do on the show, but
Right.
I guess we should jump into it. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's jump into it. It's
Okay.
Let's just do it. That didn't happen. For those of you paying attention, that didn't happen. Let's start the show again. No, I'm just kidding. Cue the music.
Dun, dun,
Yeah,
dun, dun,
exactly.
dun. By the way, I'm Tyler Hungerford.
So I was getting to that.
Oh.
I had a whole intro I was going to
did
say
you?
about
Okay,
you.
go ahead.
No, I can't do it now.
No, now I'm interested.
Tyler's here, everyone. Welcome, Tyler. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, really? No, that's lame. Okay.
No, I did. I was going to, call you like the trombonist to the stars and all kinds of
Oh,
stuff.
wow.
But like the Raja of Rehab,
The Raja of Rehab.
I had all these cool names I was working on the drive over, what do I call Tyler Hungerford? But
man.
I think you said it best. Tyler Hungerford, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're happy to have Tyler in the studio.
Thank you very much. Wow.
That's the sound of one man clapping.
Yes. That's very
'Cause
awkward.
you could have joined in. Nobody would have known.
well, yeah, that's true.
Except for the people watching live on YouTube right now. We appreciate you guys watching, all one or two of you. I can't even really tell how many people are watching at the moment, but I'm sure it's at least 500 people.
There you go.
Down to business. Real estate investing.
Yes.
That's what you do. You've been on the show before, so
I think this is my fourth or fifth time.
it could be. You're a regular because you're one of my favorites.
Oh, thank you. That's very
And
nice.
all the people that have been on the show other times, I just haven't been able to get a hold of you. I would love to have most of you back. There's a few of you I don't want back ever again, but some of you I want back, and I want Tyler back. So that's
Well,
why he's
thank
here
you.
today. Plus, he was down the hall and was available, so that really helped out a lot.
That did help out a lot.
The real estate investment world has been kind to you lately, I've heard.
Yeah, very kind. I've done very well in the last couple months, so I'm feeling pretty good and trying to use that as momentum into the next thing. So
Getting some land legs.
getting some land legs a little bit, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So trying to turn that into potential development, flip, maybe a couple wholesales coming my way, maybe a joint venture
Yeah.
with you guys.
Ooh. Hey, we
so,
like those. We've done a few of them with you already.
Yeah, we have
what are
quite
we,
a few.
4 or 5 of them we've done with you now.
I think at least, yeah.
Yeah.
That I've gone all the way through with you. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we still got a couple. I think
We
we're still
do.
working on.
Uh-huh,
Yeah,
yeah.
a couple big ones.
One in Beaumont. That's gonna be like, I don't know, $50,000, and
Is it Beaumont or is it Banning?
it's Banning.
It is
excuse me.
Banning.
But I think that's got $50,000 worth of profit. And
Very possible. That's the one we're converting to a commercial property. Right.
Uh-huh. And then there's another one in Beverly I think it's $100,000 in profit.
That'll
that
be
we're gonna
nice.
Sharing. So yeah, I'm
That-
excited about both of those.
That one was not a burn, but it might as well have been. It's in
Yeah, it was a
terrible
hoarder
shape.
house. It was really bad.
Oh,
It
that's the one
wasn't-
with the Raggedy Ann.
Oh my God! Walking into that thing, there was a light on in the house, and as I opened the door, creepily sitting in the lamplight is a lonely doll, looking directly at the door.
Yeah.
And it's almost as if someone did that on purpose, or it was alive. I don't know which.
Well, I remember I scared everybody in the office one day because I told everybody that light, the contractor that came in and did the demo work, I said that he took it to his house and the light actually stayed on even though it was unplugged. And I told everybody that Raggedy Ann doll, he threw it away, but it showed up on his doorstep the following morning. That's what I told everybody. It scared him half
That's
to death.
hilarious.
It didn't really happen, but it was
Yeah.
a good story.
That's a pretty good story, man. That's like how those things start.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, I love
Coming soon to theaters. Coming soon to theaters.
Man,
There
he's
you
got a radio voice. Look at this guy.
I know.
Oh my
I've been
God.
practicing.
Yeah,
Oh.
you have been.
I have, as soon as they finally kick me out of real estate, which is going to happen eventually, I'm sure of it. They're going to be like, this guy, he needs to wear a suit. He needs to dress appropriately.
There's no way that's ever happening.
He needs
for
to
you.
act appropriately. They're going to kick me out. I know it.
No
they're
way.
They're like, you can't just wear flip-flops and T-shirts and shorts and think you can do this business.
Which is so funny to me. It just kind of blows my mind. Yeah, I've been wearing, a button down recently just because I really like the way I look in a button down.
Okay.
But I still got shorts on and I still got flip flops on.
Of course.
And no one has ever said anything to me and made me feel like, oh, you're unprofessional. Well, I come in there with numbers. I come in there with knowledge. I come in there with knowing the neighborhood sometimes better than the real estate agent does.
Mm-hmm.
And they're kind of blown away at the fact that I know more about real estate than they do, and they've
Right.
probably been in the business for a lot longer than I have.
Very true.
So it's all about how you perceive yourself and give off that perception to other
course.
people too. And so that's why you're okay with walking around in flip-flops. I don't know how many times we've been through city offices in downtown Riverside talking to the mayor and city officials and the city manager, and we're all sitting there in flip-flops and hanging out, and they're like, man, we just love your outfit. We wish we could wear that too.
You know, it's funny because Steve, my partner in the business, Stephen McKee, his mom came by the office today. She went and had lunch downtown, and she came by the office.
Oh, that's awesome.
Just to kind of say hi, you know.
Okay.
And, so I'm talking to her, and she's talking to me afterwards, and you know, she's from an older generation where you wear a business suit. You don't dress down. You certainly would never wear flip-flops to an office. That is just completely insane. But you know, she's talking to me, and I was talking a little bit outside, telling her that we tried the business suit thing. We tried to be what everybody wants us to be.
Right.
You know, we did it for a little while, and we were forgettable. We looked like
Yes.
everybody else. Nobody knew who we were, and it wasn't us. So one day we just started showing up in flip-flops, almost as kind of a I don't care anymore attitude, because we really didn't care. I mean, it's Southern California. You know, at that time we were going out and looking at houses a lot ourselves, and I don't know if you've noticed, but it's hot outside.
Yeah.
You know, and it's hot outside in the springtime here in the
Right.
Inland Empire. Like, you know, it's hot outside in the fall. I remember we did one of our investment club meetings. I want to say it was October. It was it was November, first day of winter. And I said, I think it was like 90-something degrees that day.
Dear Lord.
And I remember saying from the stage, I'm like, how's everybody enjoying the first day of winter? You know, like it was hot that day. I want to say that was like 2, maybe 3 years ago.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm telling her, Steve's mom, that we just one day started wearing the flip-flops and the T-shirts, and now we're getting noticed all of a sudden. People started recognizing us, you know, and we sort of had this like punker attitude. We had a little punk attitude, I guess you could call it. And, you know, we've embraced it now.
Yeah. Well,
you know?
you guys are total punk rockers. I mean, that's your favorite music. And
Yeah, punk, metal, you know, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
All that, you know, and that's why we have the Real Big Fish playing the intro to the show. And, you know, and they did give me permission. Thank you very much, Aaron, you know, and all the guys there at Real Big Fish. But they're, you know, that's our style. That's our style.
Totally.
So we have to kind of embrace us and who we are. And the funny thing is that's who we've attracted, are all the people that are also, you know, they might work in an office, but they're kind of the fight the machine type that's in the office. And, you know, even the people in the city hall, and because there's a couple guys there that are, you know, like kind of against the machine, you know.
Nathan.
Yeah, Nathan.
Speak to one of them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we won't mention which city he works for, but yeah.
Never.
Yeah, Riverside. He very nice guy. But he's
I mean, you know, there's nothing but good things to say about City of Riverside. They've been nothing but good to us in terms of providing information and handling stuff. I mean,
well, they got some
so
great
good.
people. I mean,
They
Al
really do.
Zelenka, great guy, great visionary.
Very happy he's city manager.
Absolutely.
So
yeah, and a lot of good stuff's happening.
Oh, totally.
Over there, it's going to start happening more and more. We're playing a much more integral part with some of this redevelopment of downtown Riverside.
Well, I'm hoping we will. Yeah, definitely.
We will be. I guess you got to put positivity out in the universe, Tyler.
All
Then,
right.
you know, positivity begets positivity, right?
You know, one of the things that Al is really focusing on is North Riverside.
Yeah.
So, if we really wanted to be a part of that, you know, that would be a great opportunity. There's a lot of houses over there as well that would.
Sure. Yeah, and there's a
Valley
tow yard I would love to see gone.
Oh yes, as well as
that way.
that.
Yeah, up in that area.
Absolutely. Anyways,
yeah, but I digest.
Yes.
I mean digress. No,
I had poke today. It was delicious. It was
Poke.
like my first time having poke.
Yeah.
Have you ever had poke before?
I have. I don't really like it.
Really?
You know,
It's
I'd rather
literally
get a
like
sushi
sushi.
roll. I'd rather get a
Okay.
sushi roll. It's weird to eat it as a bowl.
Interesting.
I
Okay.
don't know. Not
Sorry
my
for
thing.
also the digesting there.
You know
but
what?
I just had to. I had to say that to you.
It makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
I've had it. If I had nothing else to eat, I'd eat it.
It was delicious. I feel like very light. You know, I'm not feeling. Oh.
Yeah, not like me. I had like a fried chicken sandwich.
Oh,
so,
did you?
know, yeah, that was for lunch.
Nice. Okay.
Very good. Thank you,
Yeah.
Heroes.
Oh, Heroes
Also
is great.
downtown
Also
Riverside.
downtown Riverside, which
Yeah.
probably makes you think, oh, dude, are these guys in downtown
Yeah.
Riverside all the time?
Is
Absolutely.
Is this the downtown Riverside show? Yeah,
no,
we should-
it's not.
We'll change the
That's
name.
your show. Okay. sorry. I mean,
But there's investment everywhere, you
There
know,
really is.
and it's the way we approach our strategy now, the way we meet most of our investors and we meet most of the people we joint venture with, they're all kind of in the same vein. They,
Right.
you know, they work that 9 to 5, but they hate it. They've been hating it. They've always had a dream of doing something else, and they come to our club. They come to the Inland Empire Real Estate Investment Club and they tell me they're like I've been looking for something like this like my whole life, and it's it's kind of I don't know. I never expected that to be what we would get from the club.
Really?
Well, when we started out doing the club, I mean, I'll be quite honest with everybody, and everybody knows this. We started it because we wanted a place to sort of spread the word about our business. I mean, we wanted a place where we could work with people that are new into the business and wanted to, to borrow money from, because all we were doing was lending at that time.
Right.
But yeah, the people would come, and we started getting this other thing, which was mentorship and business partnerships with people that, we're able to empower and get people up into the place that they wanted to be. And now we have quite a few people that have now become like little success stories.
Very true.
And yeah, Tyler being one of them. I mean, hey.
Yeah, I mean, I left my job to come work with you guys, and that was just probably the best thing that ever happened to me.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely, man.
I appreciate hearing that.
Absolutely. You don't hear it enough, so
no, we don't.
I appreciate you a lot. And
yeah, you never say anything nice to me. It's always like, get to the gym, fatty.
No,
eat some ahi poke, You need to eat more poke. I get it. I hear what you're saying.
Come on, man. No, but I mean, really, you guys literally do that at your event. I mean, that's what makes the Inland Empire Real Estate Investment Club so cool, is because you have so many like-minded people who really want to find that financial independence and financial freedom. And so that's something that I'm working on every single month, every single day, trying to make sure that I can keep that financial freedom, working on my own hours and my own time on projects that I want to work on, not on projects that someone else wants me to work on.
Right.
Because I don't think that I can give my best effort on those projects.
Yeah.
Because it's someone else's vision, it's someone else's want.
It is.
And so, when you have that freedom, it gives you so much creativity, and that's what I've always noticed about you and Steven is you have so much creativity in the way that you look at stuff and the way that you deal with investments, and I think that's what makes you guys so successful, is because you have that ability to have that freedom.
Yeah, and we, it's tough too for us because we need more people that are willing to do stuff.
Right.
Like I can give a lot of people things to do because we come up with new ideas practically every single day.
Every day.
But
it's so much fun.
But what am I supposed to do with this stuff? I mean, it's a good idea, but I don't have the time. I don't have the time to deal with it myself. I need somebody else to take the ball and run with it, I guess.
Absolutely.
And I don't really care. Am I going to make money, or would I rather see this thing carried out? Some of them I'd rather just see them done. I'd rather give it to somebody, like, just do something with this. Promise me you'll do something.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the way it goes sometimes. And but we still have to be like responsible business owners, and
Absolutely.
Stick to the game plan, and stick to the business plan and do that kind of stuff, which we do. And that to me is the most boring part of my day, is when we have to stick to what we have to do. It's like you have these obligations you got to go through with, and of course we have investors and people counting on us, and that's great, and we're going to obviously deliver for them. But for me, that's not what I love about the business. I don't love that. I like coming up with the idea, putting the thing into place, and then kind of stepping away at that point.
Okay.
I don't like seeing it
Maintaining.
through. Maintaining. Okay. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. I call that maintaining.
I like seeing it through, because to me, I feel like it's done once it's set up to be maintained.
Yeah, I would say that's pretty accurate. I mean, especially when you get it to a point where it's making some substantial amount of money for you every year.
Yeah.
And so you bring in someone to maintain that, maybe make a little bit less than what you wanted.
Quite a bit. I'm good with giving up most of it. Just give me a little few crumbs just for being the guy. I started this. Just give me something.
Yeah. Well, and you do that with enough businesses. I mean, then you're making residual income from 12, 15 things.
Right.
And then you have people like myself who are just so grateful for the opportunity to do something that's just, so creative, so thought-provoking, opens up ideas, and so.
And not everybody's cut out to be an entrepreneur. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that would, it might be kind of a sexy thing. They see it on TV or something. They might hear some guy on the radio talk about it from time to time on their drive home today, but they're not necessarily cut out for it. And I respect that. Some people are just, I like the steadiness of having a steady full-time job.
Yeah.
And I like getting my paycheck. I know where it's coming from, and that's it, and that's all. And that's great. I mean,
I live in perpetual fear. What about you?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I don't want that lifestyle.
No,
I've tried it out. I actually, because every day you're like, are they going to fire me today? Is today the day?
Yeah, I've been there.
You never know when you're going to show up, and because the managers are going to be nice to you until your review or something like that.
Right.
Then, I never got fired from a job, but you know, there was certainly some times where I thought, okay, yeah, I probably shouldn't have done what I did, and you know, like I've gotten written up before.
Okay.
You know, for doing things or not doing things.
Okay.
Because you know, sometimes I have opinions.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. You're a creative guy. That's what happens.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, entrepreneurship is probably the most difficult thing that I've ever stepped into. I mean, it's just now I have other people relying on me.
Right. And
You know?
and for you, what would you say are some of the real hard parts about, like, let's just say waking up in the morning, hardest thing about waking up in the morning?
Just being disciplined, I think, and you know, waking up with a purpose. You know, I can do so many different things.
Yeah.
So what am I going to do? What's
Sure.
my purpose?
Yeah,
And
it's,
so
it's almost dangerous to have money in the bank, right?
Exactly.
Because you're like, I know I have money in the bank. I could probably take the day off, and I could, you know, go to the beach and have a great day down at the, you know, do that. But
it's freaking me out. I've got money in the bank. It's freaking me out.
I know.
Because I'm like, okay, how do I make this work, and to establish my business and to start creating, you know, deal flow from it.
Right.
How do I do that? I don't know. So that's what I'm struggling with.
Oh, you know. You know
Oh,
how to
well,
do
I
it.
do know how to do it. Yeah, let's be honest. But yeah, that's what I'm struggling with is having a purpose-driven day every single day.
Yeah.
So I've been reading a lot of books about it. Actually, I've been reading The Miracle Morning.
Okay.
I've been reading The Richest Man in Babylon. Those are my two books that I'm going
Yeah.
through right now, and it's really
It's all about regimenting.
it's
and-
all about regimenting, right? So I've been waking up a lot earlier than I thought I would want to wake up.
Yeah,
So I was
exactly.
waking up at like 10 o'clock, probably 2 months ago, 10 o'clock, whatever, just hanging out, doing my thing.
Yeah.
And now I'm up at 8. I've been slowly getting closer to 6, which is where I want to be, and then 5. And so really trying to start my day off with, you know, journaling, doing some reading, a little bit of meditation, some silent prayer, like, oh, God, please help me to have
Yeah,
a good
exactly.
day. Oh, God, I really want a deal. Help it to come in. A little bit of exercise, too. And I've actually been, I'm going to start doing the group exercises with you next week. I'm very
That's
excited.
good. Well, I won't be there, but you know,
Well,
that'll be
the
fun.
following week.
The following week
Yeah,
you'll be
but,
there. As long as it doesn't tire you out, you know, this coming week.
Yeah,
the following
yeah,
week,
I'll be
there.
No, but I think that's been the biggest hurdle. You know, when you got money in the bank, you can just sit down and just try and relax. And I know that's something that, you know, you struggle with too, is
Yeah.
I don't want the mundaneness of a quote unquote, you know, corporation type business.
Right.
You know, I want to have that excitement going in. So but it also creates, you know, like, okay, I have all of these options. What do I do? Where do I focus my attentions?
Yeah.
So I've got 3 things that I'm trying to focus on right now.
Like what?
There's a fix-to-sell business that I'm doing, and it helps promote value for homeowners and real estate agents.
Fix to sell.
It's called fix-to-sell.
What is this?
So I come in, I bring capital to a homeowner, and I give them a loan, and I say, hey, listen, I know you can't fix your house. I know you have trouble with it. I know you want to fix it, and you've got equity.
Yeah.
So let's try and get you the best price possible.
Yeah.
Instead of just selling it off to some real estate investor.
So let's partner up.
Let's partner up and let's create some value for you.
Yeah.
Not only are the real estate agents like beaming at me at that point, but the homeowner's interested.
Absolutely.
And you know what? Do I have a sit down with the homeowner? Is the homeowner literally across the way from me? 100%
Of course.
every single time. So I've made cash offers in front of them. Now I haven't gotten any accepted yet,
Okay.
but the fact of the matter is I'm sitting at the table. So you have to put
Yeah.
yourself in opportunities where you can sit at the table.
And the
so
way
that's why I'm trying to do that.
Sure.
That's
And the way
my number one.
The way I see it, when you're talking to an owner, you got 3 things you can offer them.
Right.
You know, money today, money tomorrow, or money next week.
Right.
You know, if they want money today, it's a cash offer, and we're
Right.
closing right away. They want out of that house, and they don't care what they get for it.
Exactly.
If it's money tomorrow, that might mean a fix to sell kind of situation where you're going to go in with them as a partner, or maybe you go in and you bring in a regular home buyer that can come in with like a 203K loan.
Right.
You know, or get them some kind of financing that will actually work for a new homeowner. You know, that could be an investor that's going to come in with a loan. I don't know. There's a lot of different scenarios on that one. But then the
Right.
third one could also be that fix to sell scenario where,
Right.
we're willing to invest some capital in you in this house, and then we're going to, the plan is to sell, and we're going
Right.
to sell for this, and we're going to both make some money off
Right.
of it.
And that's already agreed upon at the very front end.
Yeah.
That's already in writing, signatures done. There's a listing agreement done at that price, and I get to know when the offers come in, what they're coming in at, all of that.
And see, if I were
That's
you,
called managing the transaction.
and this is one way I would do it, and I don't know if you've worked out the whole math and everything behind it for you.
Yeah, talk to me.
But I would take your rehab cost, whatever the rehab of the house is, and what you're going to get out of it is double that.
Okay.
That's it. They get everything else.
Okay.
Because they're probably going to actually get more upside out of it.
Yeah.
It provides more value for them, but for you, you're doubling your money.
Right.
Yeah, it's a great investment. I mean, anybody would do that.
So I've heard, I've actually heard some people doing this in LA and Orange County, and also on the East Coast, and I've talked to them before, and they've mentioned that they do about 20% or 25% of the overall rehab costs, rather than making double that. So you get less of the deal, but you get more deals.
Yeah, but you're also taking on a lot more risk than they're probably willing to take. So
but they're also the lender.
Who are?
The people that are doing that and only taking a certain percentage. They are the direct lender.
Yeah, so the lender would be a much different scenario. Like
exactly.
The amount that they're going to be getting from it would be like a quarter.
Right. And that's why they're doing that.
But if it were your cash you're putting in, I would want double.
Right.
Same thing goes, and that's kind of my rule for doing an addition on a property.
Okay.
If I'm going to do an addition on a property, I need to double the investment of what the addition costs in order to do it. For the time. It's for the time and for the risk.
For sure.
Because it's going from a 2-bedroom, 1-bath to a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's a good move, but there's a cost there, and it really depends on where you are. So I don't want to name out what that costs exactly, because it can change wildly in different areas. But
that's not a bad idea. I mean, what you're saying is absolutely valid. Now I'm trying to find lenders at the moment that will give me more options, so that I'm not just working with one lender and I'm stuck to them.
Yeah, that's going to be private party people.
Yeah, I know.
And you're going to have to get the confidence of some private parties.
Yeah.
There's not a single lender I know of, and I know a lot of
lenders that would be willing to do that.
That would be willing to do it because you're not going to own the property.
Right, and it'd count as a second on the deal. And
if anything, you're going to have to get somebody to do it with you as a joint venture.
Right.
And this is an equity play rather than
Exactly.
There's no debt play here.
Right.
Unless the homeowner is willing to accept a lien on the property,
which
they might.
Which is part of the loan process. They have to accept the lien,
of course,
or else they're not allowed to. They're not allowed to do the program.
The other main tricky part is that it can't be owner occupied.
Right,
so
it's got to be vacant.
It's got to be vacant.
Yep,
and it's got to be for business purpose.
Yep.
So that's going to be an issue for the lender.
And for the homeowner, because a lot of people are like, well, what am I going to do with the house then?
Yeah.
Well, then you're not the right fit for this.
Yeah, they may not be.
So, it's got to have equity. It's got to be vacant, and it's got to be pretty damaged.
Mm-hmm.
So,
they don't have to be that damaged, really.
But I'm not gonna bring a lender out for $15,000.
No.
I think that's a waste of my time.
It could be
for 20% of $15,000.
You're only going to get 20%.
That's what the lender wants to do. So.
You're saying the lender wouldn't want to get 20% on 15.
Right.
Got it.
Yeah. So they want to go with bigger things. So that's kind of where I'm trying to figure that out. I'm trying to figure out where the numbers really work on something like that.
Yeah. It's, for me, double the rehab cost.
No, it's plain and simple, straightforward. And
so it's got to be at least a $20,000 rehab is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. So, but then that would make me a remodel company, and I don't have a remodel license, so I'm not really, that would be illegal.
Is it?
So, I don't know.
Sounds like you're joint venturing with the homeowner.
Yeah, I am joint venturing with the homeowner.
Yeah, it doesn't sound to me like you're purporting to be a general contractor. You definitely would never do something like that.
Hell no.
Not on the radio.
No.
Not at all. Actually, Tyler's a reputable guy. He would never ever.
No, I'm not here to no, and I would never sit there and try and steal money. I literally have, I would bring a general contractor in,
of course,
to discuss the options with the homeowner.
Well, that's who's going to do the work.
Exactly.
You're not going to carry that liability.
No, hell no. And that's a very expensive. All those licensing and everything like that they have to carry, it's very expensive. So yeah, no,
absolutely.
I would never do that. So that's one of the businesses I'm working on. Which thank you for the insight on that, by the way.
Of course,
that's actually really great.
That's what I'm here for.
Another one is I'm going to be starting a wholesale business, so I'm putting out advertisements on the internet and trying to find people who are interested in selling their house in the area.
I heard a rumor about this.
Okay.
About your wholesale business, and I heard, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard you're paying people to bring you deals.
I do pay people to bring me deals. Absolutely.
Wow. So that was not a filthy, dirty rumor that I thought I heard.
No, I totally
Interesting.
do.
So how much you paying people? If I bring you a deal,
Well,
I'll bring you a good deal.
A good quality
warm,
deal?
Warm lead. I know the owners. They're going to, they want to sell their house. And I say, Tyler, I got the right people for you. They're waiting for your phone call.
Oh, that's awesome. I would probably pay you a couple $1,000 for that.
No
Absolutely.
kidding. Couple $1,000.
Yeah, probably
$5,000. $5,000?
Yeah, probably something like that. Depending on the deal and the size of it and all of that.
But no,
but really, I mean,
yeah, it's worth it.
Absolutely, it's worth it.
Yeah, because that's the majority of the business, right? It's finding those deals. So
yeah, that's the toughest part of this business.
It's worth it to you.
Absolutely.
To have people like me out there looking for deals for you.
100%.
Well, as soon as I find one, if I could just figure out how to find deals, that'd be cool.
That's everyone's conundrum.
Yeah. I have heard some people have had this problem.
Yes.
They come and tell me it all the time.
Bigger pockets, a lot of people at the club.
It's funny because the answer's simple. They always ask, where are you finding your deals? I'm like, they're out there. They're not on the internet.
No.
No,
they're not.
Yeah, they're on the internet, but they're not deals anymore once they've reached the internet.
Right, exactly.
All the good deals there's a ton of houses probably within your own neighborhood.
Yeah.
Go out and knock on some of those doors and, go find out. Mm-hmm. I don't knock doors. I have a lot of people that knock doors for us because, you've knocked some doors.
I have knocked some doors. Yeah.
There's, some people that knock a lot of doors.
There are, and they do fairly well for themselves.
Yep.
Actually, very, very well for themselves.
They
I
do.
know a company that does a lot of deals that just door knocks.
Yep, and they're going to be on the show here very soon.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
oh, wonderful.
They are. I think I know who you're talking about.
I know who you're talking about.
I know who I'm talking about. Yeah.
Okay.
So they'll be on the show very soon, so stay tuned to that. They're going to tell us all the insider secrets about knocking on doors and what to say, how to not look like a complete moron and stand there with your foot in your mouth. That's
the toughest part, I think, for doing that, because you're literally facing someone without even knowing them. You're just like,
Well, yeah. It starts out adversarial, right? Like you're knocking on their door. What are you doing? What do you need? And I think there's some tricks you can kind of do to make that a little bit easier. Having a shirt maybe with like a logo on it.
Yeah, that would help.
Clipboard, stuff like that. Little things like that kind of give you like an element of professionalism. It's hard to just show up as a guy on somebody's porch, and like, hey, I'm interested in buying your home. Like, what do you do from there? It's kind of but you got to learn. You got to go out and kind of fail a bunch to figure out what works and what doesn't.
Yep.
And a lot of the people I know that have done it, that's exactly what they've had to do. They kind of went out there and just sort of sucked it up and said, I'm just going to go knock on 100 doors today.
Yep.
And I'm just going to take whatever I can get. So
yeah, I literally fail every single day, and it's very difficult, but it's it's rewarding too, because that's how I make my money is by failure. So that's how baseball players make their money. Sports people make their money by failure. Yeah. So they just fail better than other people.
Yeah. Well, they learn from their mistakes.
They learn.
Right.
Right.
And
exactly.
That's the important thing, is to get the takeaway from your failure
every time. Absolutely.
Otherwise, you're just a giant failure.
Exactly.
If you never learn anything.
So then the third thing I'm trying to do is flip houses too. So it's all in the same vein. So
I'm getting the thumbs up. The station director walked in for a minute there. I'm like, uh-oh, is he cutting our feed already?
Oh, no.
I thought this was the moment. I'm getting fired. What happened?
Okay. You guys are good.
We're good, huh? Okay, good. Yeah, I thought for a minute there we're done. That's it.
Man,
the flip-flop investor is no more,
geez.
but no, we're good.
So so that's and then the flipping is the last thing, and I learned everything I know about flipping from you. So and Steve.
Man, I feel bad for you now. No,
I know.
Oh God.
Yeah, so that's basically what I'm trying to do is go at it with a three-pronged attack. So if the fix to sell works, I'm making money there. If the wholesaling works, and I find a property that my company would be willing to buy for a flip, I could then pay that wholesaling company a fee in order to purchase it and then move on and then flip it on top of that. And I plan on doing that for a lot of things.
And, there's some people out there that probably remember the last time I had you on, you were still head of acquisitions for Community Restoration Group.
I was, I was working right for you.
Yeah, there are some people on here that are listening to the show right now, and I know they're listening because I know they're listening. They tell me they listen all the time. But they know this, and they're probably thinking right now, be like, wait, Tyler's not working for Community Restoration Group anymore? And that's true.
Well, aren't you guys going in a little bit different of a direction now?
We are. We're going to start going a different direction. I can't talk too much about it,
Okay.
because of regulatory
Yeah.
issues. But we're going to start moving towards a hedge fund model,
Okay.
with a lot of other opportunities other than just single-family flips. But
Right.
Can't really go too much more into it after that.
Fair enough.
Because my attorney would probably have a fit.
Yeah,
That's what they like to do.
They do.
And whenever they have a fit, my wallet has to open up. And I'm like, I don't want to do that.
So so you guys are going in a different direction, and so I was looking at, I think Steven took back over the team, and so I thought, I'm bringing in deals. I just need to kind of go off and do this myself. Sometimes the bird's got to leave the nest.
Well, and it's expected, and that's the thing is that, and we knew this going into it. We knew going in, if we're going to train somebody how to do this business, it's inevitable that they're going to want to do it themselves because
Right.
we're going to become in the way. We're in the way. You know what to do. I mean, we don't provide any value after a certain point. It's like you know what to do. So this was expected for
Okay.
us. We knew that eventually the bird was going to leave the nest, and we're not upset about it.
Okay, cool. Good.
I know you were concerned we might be worried about it or mad, but
I was.
It's not an issue. We already know. We both did the same thing. I mean, we both kind of went off on our own and did it ourselves.
Okay. Well,
So-
you're two of my best friends, so I just, it just
Exactly.
it was weird. So
And the friendship's way more important to us than the business
Oh,
friendship.
hell yeah.
We hate you as a business person. No,
no, you
Yeah,
don't. I
oh.
brought you a lot of money.
Very true. You did. And thank you for that.
You're very welcome.
I have some in my wallet right now. So
Yes,
if
you
anybody's
do.
if anybody's waiting outside the studio, I've got a few bucks on me.
$2 or $3.
$2 or $3. Thank you for lunch, by the way. That was
absolutely.
yeah, very very good.
I paid for it today?
No, the other day.
Oh,
Yeah,
of course, man.
We went and
I
got
love going to
sushi.
lunch with you, dude.
The real way to eat
Oh,
sushi.
yeah, actually, that was a lot of
bowl,
fun.
no.
You know what? They gave us way too much rice, and I know that I'm being nitpicky on that.
You
but
were.
I had a pile of rice on my plate that was as big as the plate. It was nuts.
When you're doing all you can eat sushi, I mean, they got to get you somehow full.
Yeah,
because
that's
you can't.
true.
You could eat a bunch of fish.
Well, we had, 7 rolls or something like that?
I mean, I don't want to go on the air telling people how much food I eat.
Between
No,
the
I'm just
two of
kidding.
us, I mean, that's pretty
Yeah.
good. Two
No.
adult men.
Yeah, 7 rolls and like 3 glasses of water. It was.
Actually, yeah.
we were
like 3 glasses of water.
We were
for sure.
full. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember barely walking back to the office.
Yeah.
Thank you to those folks at Pacific, or was it Cabin?
Cabin.
Pacific Cabin.
Yeah, Pacific Cabin Sushi.
Sushi.
Oh, they're
Downtown
pretty bomb.
Riverside.
Yeah,
Another
it's fun.
downtown Riverside reference
Yeah,
today.
I know.
This is
Well,
the DTR website or show.
When you work downtown, you eat downtown.
That's true.
Yeah, and you know about downtown stuff.
And there should be more to eat downtown. We don't have an Indian restaurant downtown.
No, we do
I
not.
would love an Indian restaurant downtown.
We need to do something about the antique store. We need to do something about that.
Yeah, we can go talk to them and
Yeah.
put an old timey shop in there for food or something. I don't know. We'll
Yeah.
talk to them.
Yeah. Anyway,
we got some plans.
I'm just I didn't want you guys to ever feel like we're holding this guy up and making him super we're giving him everything. That was the last thing I wanted to do. So
No, it
that's
goes-
why.
I know you appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And you don't have to say it every time I see you. You know,
Okay.
so you can ease up on that. It's fine. I
Sorry.
get it. No, I'm just kidding.
Sorry.
No, it's we expected it, and it's
Okay.
like I was talking about earlier. I mean, not everybody's cut out to be a CEO necessarily. You know,
Right.
it's like some people would rather be an entrepreneur. It's it's just the way people are built.
Yeah.
You're built for that. We're built for that. It's we're not the 9-to-5er type.
No.
And that's what we needed when we were going to do that. But we're kind of it kind of helps us get introspective too. We look in and we say, okay, is this really what we want to do? Flips were fun. Flips were fun for us, but flips were more fun, I think, when we were the ones like with the boots on the ground,
Right.
doing everything every single day. When we were like a solopreneur version of a flipper, it's more fun. I think it's a lot more fun doing it that way, even though it can be stressful.
Yeah.
But your day to day, it's decided for you in a way. You already know what you have to do the next day. You say, I got to be at the job site at 6 a.m. because the concrete guy's coming or whatever,
Yeah.
So it's a little more fun because it's active. There's action every single day. And it's different, it's new, and you're looking for another property, so you're always going to different houses. And, there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do as a solopreneur flipper.
Yeah.
But you're kind of limited, too. You can maybe, if you're really good at it, you can maybe do 6 deals a year.
Right.
And I know there's guys out there that are probably like, I do more than 6 a year, and I do it all I'm on my own, and that's fantastic. I'm glad you figured out how to do it. I couldn't figure out how to do more than 6 in a year. by myself. I needed help, because and I think in the beginning.
Were you managing all the contractors too, all the subs and everything? Oh
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I would hire a bunch of subcontractors to come out and do it. I'd hire a plumber, I'd hire an electrician, I'd hire
Wow. So
all these guys.
Having your PM come in, your project manager come in was just absolutely huge for you then.
Yeah, having Mike, the project manager, come in, it took us out of the projects where we're not having to be there every day, so the action just disappeared. I mean, the jobs there's no action anymore because the projects are being taken care of by the project manager. He knows our expectation of what we want the properties to look like, and he does a fantastic job.
Absolutely, he does.
But it took the action out of it for us.
Right.
And we're sort of adrenaline junkies, so
that's why you start a lot of businesses, man.
Yeah,
I totally get it.
When you let a free mind roam, right? It's just this is what's going to happen. So. Yeah, we get a little bored. We get a little bored with it. It got mundane because some of these houses we've bought and sold, we don't even see them. We never saw them once.
Yeah.
The entire time, and that to me is
mind-blowing to me.
It's I remember there was a guy that spoke years ago at one of these other investment clubs down in San Diego, and I remember this guy telling basically what I'm saying right now. That he was bragging about it. He was bragging about how I don't even go see these houses anymore. I don't even care about the house. And I'm like, this guy shouldn't be a real estate investor.
No.
Like, you need to care about the house. Like, that's something that I love houses. I actually love going into them, looking at the floor plan, maybe moving them around to make them more better. That's the way to say it, right? But yeah, that's what I like. I actually really like the design side of it.
Yeah.
And I like the day-to-day stuff. But if you want to grow it into a big business, you want to make, a good amount of money, and especially once deals start coming your way and you're like, well, I mean, I don't want to give them to somebody else. I'd love to take these on. Like,
right.
You end up having to take on more and more volume, and then you need people. But, it's sort of like you get to this place where you're like, okay, where's the balance? Because I'd still like to have some of that action.
Right.
And so we have to make it a conscious effort to go to every single house now.
Yeah, you really do.
Like, we have to be like, all right, we are for sure every, let's just say every Tuesday, we are always going to go to one of the houses. And, what we plan to do, actually, we're going to be doing this. We're going to be filming our walkthroughs.
That's right. Yeah, you are going to be filming walkthroughs.
Yeah.
So now people like myself can learn, or new people can learn, right?
Yeah, they can see what a walkthrough looks like.
Awesome.
Not only on a project that's nearing completion, but also on one that we haven't even started yet.
Wonderful.
So we're going to go through and we're going to look, and we're going to say, okay, here's this house we just closed escrow on, and we haven't even been inside. This is actually our first look, and we want to make it genuine. We don't want to do it like the TV shows where they've already been in the house a million times.
They stage those things.
Oh,
That's
of course.
ridiculous.
Yeah, and they walk through and they make it like we want a homeless person to be in there and jump out of the closet at us like that. We want the real stuff that actually happens. Like the other day, Connor went to one of our houses in Hemet, and there was a woman passed out in the middle of the living room, and we haven't had it happen yet, but occasionally somebody will overdose and die in a bathtub or something in one of the houses. This happened to another investor friend of ours, and we thought, oh, this just happened to us. We just that's what happened.
It just kills the price. You're done.
Yeah, and so we thought, well, this was our one, and he was calling us. He called 911 and everything. They came out. Fortunately, she did not pass away. She was just passed out, from the previous evening. But we thought this was it, but it's bound to happen eventually. There's that stuff. It happens.
It totally does, man.
We've had wild animals in houses. We've had all kinds of other crazy stuff, but never had that happen, fortunately. And I think it's generally because we try to keep the properties well locked up while we're working on them so people don't break in.
Yeah.
On accident.
Yeah, on accident.
That's what they say. They're like, I don't know how I got in the house.
So how does one try and find more information about you guys and maybe getting online and watching the videos? Where would they go for something like that?
We're going to start up a Patreon page.
Okay.
So I don't know if I've talked about this on the radio a little bit, but we haven't actually launched it yet. So it's still kind of in the preliminary phases, but we have the page built out. It's ready to click the launch button, but we're like an author before you send the book to the publisher.
Yeah, you got to be perfect. Everything's got to be perfect, which is so funny because the publisher's going to just tear it apart.
And it's never going to be perfect.
No,
so,
it's not.
We just need to click that launch button, but it's going to, we want to also have some, promotion around it and stuff.
Oh, totally.
We want to get some people in on it because we want to have people, there's going to be varying levels of patronage. Is that
isn't one of them you get to go on a trip with you guys somewhere?
Yeah, we're gonna have one. If you contribute at a certain level per month, then We're going to do like an all-expense paid trip to Vegas with Steven and myself.
Okay.
And like we're going to go out and do a lot of like, stuff that we like to do. And
can someone go on a walkthrough with you? Like, can they meet you at?
That's going to be one of the levels.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Okay,
one of the levels
cool.
will be that before we go, we're going to send a text notification out to all the people at that level saying, here's the property we're going to today. We'll be there around this time. No refreshments will be served. No, that sort of thing. But
okay.
we're going to do that because it's kind of fun. We're going to have a level where it'll be for you can watch the YouTube live stream while we're doing it because we want to be able to do these live. That may not always work out because of connectivity issues and stuff.
Right.
Some of these homes we do have are kind of rural and we don't have great cell phone
Very
reception.
rural.
So and I know that we have some, like the guy that wants to film it for us, he doesn't want to do it on a cell phone camera, but I really do. So we kind of have to work out some of those little kinks because there's no way to really do it on YouTube Live with a professional grade camera. You're not going to upload 4K video live,
That's true.
on an LTE connection.
I mean, it wouldn't be bad to have some production included in that.
And that's true. But how do you produce it? And that's this is that whole area where we're just going to put it out there. And if it completely sucks and everybody hates it, then we know we completely failed. But
true.
Hopefully we'll get some feedback along the way saying, what would be cool? Or, a really good way to shoot, like, inside of a living room would be to do like this. I mean, if anybody's got any ideas, we're going to be completely open to it because this
never done it before.
Yeah, we've never done it.
That's exactly how you guys were with the club, and look how successful that is. I mean, you grew it from 0 to, what, 3,800 now?
It's almost 4,000.
It's almost 4,000?
Yeah, we're over 3,900 now.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that was all in 3 years?
4 years. Yeah, we started in September 2014. So.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's funny because the club, the Inland Empire Real Estate Investment Club, is the club you're talking about,
yes.
I'm sure. We started, there's other clubs that have been around much, much longer than we have, and they've all been up on meetup.com. And it's a great platform for these people to kind of promote their thing and say this is what we're doing. But, there's been clubs that have existed for years before ours, and we've outgrown every single one, with the exception of one in Southern California. That's the Orange County Club.
Yep.
They have a large member base. They have a large number of people that are members on their meetup page, but they have a very small attendance.
Really?
Very small. Last meeting I went to of theirs, they had less than 60 people in the room, which is amazing because they have, I think, almost 6,000 members or 8,000 members now. They're huge member base.
That's 1%.
Yeah, it was pretty sad when I went because that was the first ever investment club I went to. Was the Orange County Investment Club, I think is what it's called, or Orange County Real Estate Investment Club.
Oh, okay.
Which is also called OC Phoebe, for investors, by investors. Good organization. Most of their clubs are really good. They don't try to sell you anything or anything like that. Just like our club, we don't sell anything.
Right.
But they, it was, that first time I went, it was huge, ton of people there, and everybody was excited and all this. It was just very, I don't know. You kind of felt like you were a part of something being there, and. That's what we always wanted our club to be. We want it to be something big. We're like, man, I'm a part of something bigger than me. Like, this is cool. And yeah, it's been kind of sad. Like they got a cultural issue. I think they need to rework some of their stuff. But I love the guys that run it. They're some good friends of mine, but they got some things they need to work out. And I hope they can figure it out because it's a
great platform. It's a great club. I mean, you meet so many incredible people at these things, and so many people that are in this business and continue to do it every single month, every single day, and get deals.
Yeah.
And so if you really want to learn this business, if you really want to be a part of it, like, you have to go to these things.
You do. And it's funny because if you stop going, have you ever noticed, like, if you stop going, like, all of a sudden you stop getting deals?
Oh, yeah. Well, I've never stopped going. So
exactly. Well, then you haven't noticed. Well,
no.
There's people that have. Like, people have noticed that. I was talking to, who was I talking to? Man, I can't believe it doesn't matter. But they were telling me that same thing. It's just, I stopped coming for like 6 months. And during that time, I just stopped getting deals. Like I just figured I have to start going back to the club. And as soon as they did, all of a sudden they're getting deals again.
Wow.
And I'm like,
that's so cool.
And it's just because you're sort of immersed in the crowd. Maybe it's
totally,
and I don't know what
that's
is.
Totally it. No, it really is, man. I'll tell you what, because you have like-minded people sharing creative and like-minded thoughts on these properties, and you continue to put yourself out there, that's how you win.
Yeah.
And you create that environment. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
We do. And one big announcement, exciting announcement, is that we're going back to the Mission Inn. The Mission Inn is excited to have us back. We, they begged and they pleaded and, got down on one knee and proposed.
Wow.
And we accepted. Yeah. We tied the knot. No, we're
still having food there, right?
We're going to have food, and we're going to have a better quality food now. So
really? Okay.
Yeah, before we kind of had like some small little cookies and
when we were at the Mission Inn.
When we were at the Mission Inn, we had cookies and stuff like that, which we had a lot of people had told us like cookies aren't cutting it, man. I'm coming straight from work. I haven't had dinner. I can't just be eating cookies and brownies and
right.
sucking down more coffee. So we when we moved over to Loft 84, we started doing the taco guy, which the tacos are great,
hit, man.
And people loved it, but there was a couple issues. One time the power went out. Were you there when the power went out?
No, what the heck?
And the taco guy couldn't make it because they used an electric grill.
Wow.
Yeah, so the power went out and he couldn't make the tacos. So only half the people got tacos that month.
You know what? I didn't even go into that area that month.
Yeah.
And it was downstairs and everything went out down there. Air conditioning, everything.
Everything was out.
Man, I don't even know if I got tacos that day.
I didn't. Yeah, I know. I didn't get any. So,
Dang.
Everybody else got to enjoy them. I had a few olives at the bar, though, so that helped.
That always helps.
Yeah, I had some green olives.
Back some alcohol, too.
Thank you, Chelsea, for those olives.
Yes.
We really appreciate it.
She did a great job, which is going to be sad. She's not going to be around anymore, so that's sad.
That's all right. We got her for some private events.
Oh, you do?
Going forward. Yeah,
cool.
we do, because we're still going to do some bartending type things down the road. We got
cool.
the Christmas party coming,
woo.
And that's going to be bigger than it was last year. So if you missed out on the big blowout pajama party,
that was actually really fun last year.
Oh, man. Yeah, some people don't remember the end of that evening. Yeah. I remember all the equipment ended up in my car somehow. I don't remember how it got there.
No
I didn't
idea.
drive home, just for anybody listening.
No, neither did I.
Yeah, we were smart about it.
Is the way to go.
We hired a company that would drive you home in your own car.
Oh, ooh, that's
remember
really
that, the
cool.
driver service?
Yes.
You
Took
an Uber.
Yeah, I Ubered over because I knew that would be an issue.
Yeah, a lot of people did take advantage of that service.
I took so many shots that day.
Penicillin, just tetanus, everything. You got
all of that.
All of that. You're caught up.
To go.
You're good on all your inoculation or immunization. I don't know.
I don't know.
One of those things. I'm not a doctor.
Nope.
I just flip houses on the radio. So the club, we're going to be back at the Mission Inn.
Very cool. That's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun, and we're going to have some real food, and it's really good food, actually. So we're excited about that. And for those of you that are interested in attending, it's going to be July 25th, which is the fourth Wednesday of every month. We always go on the fourth Wednesday. That creates confusion from time to time because sometimes the fourth Wednesday is not the last Wednesday of the month. And some people think it's always the last Wednesday of the month. That is incorrect. We're always the fourth Wednesday of the month, which sometimes could be the second to last or penultimate Wednesday of the month.
That happened in May.
It was in May, yep. So, they will be back at the Mission Inn, and July 25th is the date. We'll be there at 6 o'clock at night to kind of kick things off. 7 o'clock is when the thing actually starts. But you want to be there early because that is the day, or that's the time when you do all the networking with folks and start meeting all these other crazy whack job real estate investor people.
Is that going to go back to the pricing it was before?
No, because now we're doing food.
Okay, so it's still going to remain.
It's going to be $30, but you get fed. Okay. So it's a good deal. Come for the food if nothing else.
Isn't there a free event that you guys do, the weekend before?
So the Saturday before, which is I don't know, what is that? The 21st? Yeah, the 21st of July. We do our Saturday morning coffee. That'll be at Arcade Coffee Roasters in Riverside off of is it Chicago?
It is off Chicago.
Yep, Arcade Coffee Roasters. You can get all the information you need to go to any of these things, any of these events on meetup.com. Look up the Inland Empire Real Estate Investment Club, or you can go on Google and type in Inland Empire Club or Inland Empire. I mean, we're pretty much the top result for most of these things. So, Inland Empire Real Estate Investment Club is the one. It's it's going to be good. The food is to be determined. I'm still waiting to hear back exactly what they're going to have for us, but I've sent them a list of all the things we'd like to have. So. It could be, and we're gonna have vegetarian and vegan options.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, because
that's cool.
I've actually had that request from multiple people now. When it was just the one person, Patrick, we were kind of like, yeah, Patrick, you might just want to bring a sack lunch or something because you're the one guy, man. I can't change the entire thing for one person. We love Patrick, but
oh yeah, definitely.
I wonder if he's back yet. He's been in Mexico for a while.
Yeah, he's still doing research and stuff out there for Airbnb.
Airbnb research, yeah.
That's awesome.
He's dedicated to his craft, short-term rentals.
He's very good at it, man. He's very good at it.
He knows his stuff.
Yeah,
You got to get him back on here
Oh,
once he
that'd
comes
be
back.
great.
Once he comes back, he hasn't texted me yet, so I don't think he's back yet.
Okay.
But he's been gone for like a good month. So
Yeah, I haven't seen him in forever. It feels like.
Yeah, it has
he
been a
brings
while.
a lot of energy, so he's
Yeah.
a lot of energy.
Yeah, the energy's good.
Yeah.
So any last minute thoughts? Anything you want to accomplish before the week is out?
I would like to get this development finished and purchased by an investor of some sort. So
I know him.
Yes, I think it may be you. So I'm actually working on that right now. So right after this, I will be finishing that all up and
Be
putting
back on the
numbers
laptop.
together. And yeah, exactly. What people don't tell you is that how much work goes into every single property that you buy or every single property that you even look at investing. There's so much work.
Yeah, you don't get that on the TV shows.
No,
They don't show you all the back end and all the research you got to do, and then putting together a thing for your investors and all. Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot, and so if you do get involved in this business, it's such an important aspect to go out and seek mentors and try and talk to people. But most of all, if you want to go talk to someone like us who's experienced, bring something, because I don't really have time to talk to everybody that gives me inquiries.
Sure.
And neither do you.
No.
So bring something in. Give me a problem. Maybe that's something that we can handle together.
Absolutely, yeah. Like you're going to learn more going through a deal with one of us.
Absolutely.
Just let us run through the deal with you, and you can see what we do when we're looking at a deal.
Right.
It's it's great. It's a great advice. You should always have a mentor in this business.
100%.
Yeah, you're not always going to be able to do it 100% on your own.
Never.
You can, I'm sure, but you're going to have to be willing to make those mistakes and
Heck yeah.
learn from them. So, anywho, learn from those mistakes and definitely come check out the Inland Empire Real Estate Investment Club. We're going to be at the Mission Inn on July 25th.
It's going to be fun.
It'll be a hoot. No more band for those people out there that hate the band.
Yeah,
we won't have a band. That was one of the things we cut. So July 25th, Mission Inn, 6 p.m. Bring your $30. I know that's not a lot of money for some of you big, rich people out there, but we need it to cover the cost of the room and the cost of the food. So thank you all for tuning into the Flip Flop Investor Show. We will see you all again next week right here on KCAA. Have a great week, everyone. Take care.
KCAA Loma Linda, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM, and now 102.3 FM.
So, you want to be in show business. Do people tell you that you're really funny, you have a great personality, and you should have your own talk show? Many of us have been told that